Hey, KIC here. Welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved. On the last episode, we added this guy to the team. This, of course, is the Spinosaurus. Now, he has gotten a couple of levels since we last saw one another. Not a ton, just a few, because increased experience is a lovely thing. Yep. Ooh, look at that. Free food. Free food. All right. Taking that. You betcha I'm taking that. Oh, hello, Dilo. You still want a little more of this? There you go. There you go. Have that. And that. And that. Thank you for your experience. I will take the level and move along. Oh, you know what we should do? Since there's all this water right here, check this out. Go to town, buddy. Go to town. Yeah, look at that. Kill all these high-level fish. Where's the mega piranhas? There we go. Yeah. Look at that. Gonna have so much food I won't know what to do with it. I guess I probably should get a big industrial cooker set up, huh? Yeah, look at that. That's good stuff right there. Boom. Tons of meat. So, we've managed to get him a few levels here. Couldn't tell you how many at this point. He might have another extra one or two kind of stored up. I don't know. But, wow, look at that. This guy is tall. He is big. Holy cow, he's big. Anyway, I thought we'd head back this general direction because, one, I can kind of come back here and just get some experience, and two, there are still a few things we need to do over here that I thought we should at least kind of start tinkering with today, in addition to running this guy around and trying to get him some general health, damage, etc. So, oh, there's something else to kill. Let's go ahead and go run it down right quick. Hello, Parasaur. Meet Spinosaurus. Gonna give him a second here to get some stamina. There we go. And let's go ahead and eat the Parasaur. There we go. All right. Good stuff. Killed the Parasaur, as if there were any doubt. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and park this guy over here somewhere. We'll say, yeah, about here-ish. And I don't know that we're going to be working on expanding this building today, but just, you know, as we take a look in here, we only have, what, 1, 2, 3 foundations wide here, and then this is 2, and this goes a few over. Clearly, this building is not done, and obviously wood is not going to be its final material. I just kind of was doing something to get a general kind of starting point, and I don't necessarily want to go super huge. I think I kind of said that initially, but I've decided I do want to go bigger than I had originally thought, but we're going to probably go with metal or wood. Not wood, metal or glass. I'm not 100% sure which just yet. Now, let's see. What do I have in here? I should have some... Wow, I don't have much stuff in there. Some hides, and then I should have some cementing paste over here and some wood. Okay, that's good, because we're going to need a few things today. And let's see, how are you doing? Let's go ahead and give you that. You can hold that. Ah, look at that. He had a couple of levels just kind of waiting for him. Let's, we'll do a remote use just to make sure he gets up to full health. He has a bunch of meat on him, so he is going to be just fine for a while. And let's take a look at the farm. So I didn't show you this in the last episode, but there we go. It is irrigated. So I have one tap over here, and I have another tap over here. And yes, I know this thing was absolutely not 100% necessary, but it's okay. I wanted to build one, so I did. And we have all of these plots here, only 5 of them in total, but they are all irrigated. The problem that I'm going to be running into, just to kind of give you an idea here, is 1, I don't have a whole lot of fertilizer, and 2, since I'm playing single player and not running a server, time does not move forward when the game is not running. So in the last series, we were playing on a server, so basically when I was not doing stuff and the game was just sitting idle, it was actually doing things because the server, the way the server works, it just counts time forward. It doesn't matter. It just looks at time and says, oh, time has elapsed, and it just continues to do stuff, which is really good if you want to get things done and you're not there, like, oh, I don't know, building, sorry, I have building on my mind, growing stuff in farm plots. So that actually worked out really well in our favor. But this time around, I'm doing a true single player game, so I'm not running a server, which means I don't really have that luxury right now. It's kind of, I won't say it's bad, because it's not bad. It just, it's going to be a different challenge that we're going to have to figure out how we overcome. Now, we need to be building some compost bins, so let's go ahead and bust this guy open, and we're going to go to compost, and we'll do, learn that one. I thought there was something else I wanted to learn under the Shima mod. And I don't know what that would be called. I don't remember. That requires the mulcher. So we need the mulcher. So we can do both. I don't mind doing both. Use this bad boy to make blood and bone. So let's go ahead and do the blood and bone. We'll learn that. And then let's see what it takes to make these guys. So we go over to the craftables. So I can make a mulcher right now. I can make a compost bin right now. I can only make one of one or the other. Keratin, raw meat, and feces. Okay, so the mulcher, basically, the blood and bone is a really high quality fertilizer. And I just thought, you know, whatever, let's do both. Maybe I'll regret that and only do the mulcher. Maybe we'll just do the mulcher. But if we go with the compost, just the regular straight up compost, it's easier to get one of those up and running before we get the mulcher going, because then I have to go track down some turtles and get some keratin, or some trikes and get some keratin, and you know, all that sort of thing. So it's kind of a little more involved, and then it takes 3 feces instead of 2. So we can use basically any 2 kind of regular crummy feces right now and just get started with a regular compost bin, and I think that's what we'll do, but we will be doing both, absolutely doing both. Hello, Dimorphodon. What are you? You are level 8. Meh, I'm not really interested. Hi, you. You're stuck, so I'm just going to leave you. We don't really care about you because you are stuck. I see a Mesopithecus on the lakefront. Level 32. All right, I don't have any berries. Well, I do have some berries. I don't have the good berries, and I don't have any kibble, so not really going to worry about that right now. Okay, so one of the things we do need to think about, though, is where are these bins going to go? I kind of think I'd like to put them on... Well, it makes sense to have them on this side over here, because this is where the farms are. So maybe we'll just put the bins over here. They don't need to be anywhere special. So let's go ahead and do a mulcher, and we'll do a compost bin as well. We'll do one of each. We can start that off, and then we can decide as we go along, is it worth it to use the compost bin, or are we better off using the mulcher? You know, we don't have to figure those things out right now. That's one of the good things here. We can just kind of do it as we go along. So let's go ahead and put the compost bin. We'll put you kind of over here. And then the mulcher. We'll put the mulcher over here. And we'll just leave a little room between the two. Now the compost bin, we can go ahead and get started. So let's grab some poop from Mr. Level 11 Spinosaurus. All right, so he's gotten 6 levels at this point. That's pretty good. We're going to grab basically some small stuff. Small stuff. We have some human stuff in there. I guess my character would be responsible for that. So we'll just grab those right now. And we're going to load this up with all of that. I think the mulcher is going to have... Oh, look at that. The compost bin. It's going to say, I think the compost, or the mulcher is going to have more slots available to it. But the compost bin, I think because of the mod I'm using... Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll throw that in there. And then we do need 250. Okay, that'll be fine. I'm just kind of thinking that's enough to get it going for a while. You need 50 per, so that's actually going to have some left over, and that'll be fine. So consumable blood and bone. You don't really need a whole lot. I mean, you do need some stuff. I need some raw meat, too. Well, thankfully, we have a ton of raw meat because of Mr. Spinosaurus. Don't really have any keratin, though, so maybe we can go take a look and go on the prowl for some keratin. But I think this guy has some big stuff on him. Let's just see. Are you ready to... Yep, you are ready to drop one. So let's go ahead and take that, because the large stuff we can at least use right now. The large is going to be good to go on its own. There's no real need to turn the large stuff into fertilizer, at least not at this time. Maybe once we get... If we get the full blood and bone thing going, maybe that would be worth it. But for right now, I don't think we really need it. We're just going to go ahead and drop you and... well, what does that give us for fertilizer? 22. Let's just go ahead and drop all those on there. That's fine. So that's going to get it up to 50,000. That's not too bad. It is irrigated, so we don't need to worry about water. I can't tell you how much that makes me happy, because that was... Well, it's not really a problem. It rains enough that you almost don't even need to do this irrigation. But, you know what the heck. It's just kind of fun to do. So let's go ahead and grab the Spinosaurus here. And let's see. Was I carrying... I am carrying it. Let's grab all of that. You don't have any keratin on you, do you? But we'll go ahead and take your chitin from you. That's fine. And then we're going to just drop this stuff off in here. Hello, pause. And we're going to drop that stuff in there because we don't really need to carry all that. I don't need all of that wood. I will take one just because I always run around with one wood. That seems to be my MO. Go ahead and eat some berries right now. All right. And we're going to go ahead and head out back this way if I can swing him around. Don't get stuck on the house. Much appreciate that. It was actually kind of interesting squeezing him through that pathway over there. Had some trouble finding it, too. All my torches have since gone out. I think what I'm going to do is build a little tower or something right there. That way I know where it is, and I don't have to rely on torches, because torches need fuel. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this guy out this way. Never mind if I'm actually going to be able to see. I guess I should go in the first-person view. That'll be a little better. Then I can actually see where we're driving. I'm a little concerned about what we may find back here in terms of apex creatures. Maybe there won't be any. Oh, there's a stego. Let's go ahead and eat the stego. Stego! Stego for lunch. Stego! It's what's for lunch. Come on. A little more. There we go. Look at that. There's some keratin. We're going to need a little more than that. Got some raw prime meat, of course. That's going to be useful. Uh-oh. Ah, crud. Are you stuck? You're kind of acting like you're stuck. You're stuck on a tree or something, aren't you? I don't know what's going on. This is weird. This is weird. Can you get by now? Can you get by? Ah! Nope. I think you're stuck on these rocks. Aha. Whoa. That's kind of funky. I don't know if I can break those. Those might be geometry. Let's find out. Are you geometry or are you... Nope, you're an actual rock. So I can break you. Good. I can always use some more flint. I seem to go through it fairly quickly, so why not? All right. Can we get through now? Look at that. All right. So I just had to break some rocks. That's all. All right. There's the apex Spinosaur. Spinosaur? Spinosaurus? I don't know. Whatever. It's an apex, and it's nasty. Oh, boy. What do we do? I still need some keratin. I think... Oh, man. I don't see any... I'm looking over here. I don't see any turtles. There's one over there, but I'm a little concerned about getting too close to that guy. I don't want to anger him because there is no way we can survive his onslaught right now. That's not going to happen. So I think what we'll do is we'll instead turn back down to this side of the shoreline and launch some wood as this guy walks along. Yeah, you just keep going that direction. I'm not really ready to take you on yet. Oh, you would be an Apex Carno, would you not? Apex Carno. Yep. Apex Carno. I don't think we're ready to take on an Apex Carno with this guy yet either. Clearly, I can knock one out. But knocking one out and actually fighting one are two completely different discussions. Man, those guys do so much damage. I mean, Red Dawn was just ugly. Lots of damage, hit hard. And of course, once he was tamed, not so much. Kind of a bummer that way, but, you know, whatever, it's okay. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Gotta balance the game as you go along. Change things, find out what's working, what's not working, of course. Man, there's really nothing over here. I guess I really did a number with this guy when we went through and kind of ate everything. And, well, let me take a pause and pick up again in just a second. Here's one turtle, at least. We can go ahead and eat this turtle, get some more keratin. It's really all I want at this point, is I want some keratin so we can go ahead and make some blood and bone. Trying to be careful here. I don't want to anger the Daimo, so holding back on biting for the moment. Come on, turtle. You can do this. You can take on a Spinosaur. Oh, never mind. So sorry. Let's go ahead and get you some damage. Man, 2.5%. Ah, that is frustrating. It's almost not even worth bothering with. I mean, part of the problem is this guy's so low level that, you know, he's just not going to do much anyway. If he were level 120 when he were tamed, then... Sorry, you can't really see what's going on here, can you? There's Turtle. That's what's going on. Here, level 120 when he was tamed, and I managed to get a perfect tame, then, yeah, you know, it'd probably be a little different story here on the damage front, definitely on the health front. But, you know, it's okay. Instead, we got to work with what changes. It's not a big deal. It's just, you got to kind of shift your mental perspective a little. That's really what it comes down to. You get used to doing one thing, you can't really do it the same anymore. Who have I angered? Or what have I angered? Guessing maybe I stepped on a dodo or something. I don't know. Well, I don't see anything coming. Let's just move along since the raft is right here anyway. We're going to go ahead and drop this guy off, I think, or maybe I'll take him over to the water. Maybe that's what we can do. There's usually something over here. Let's go drive over to the water. Oh, there's Parasaur. We're going to leave Parasaur. It sure seems like there are a lot of stuck dinos over here. Back in my last series, I, of course, was in a different area of the map, and I don't remember seeing too many stuck dinos, not to the same number that I see over here, so I don't know what that's about. Oh, let's drop that. I need that. Give it. Give it up. It's mine. It's mine. Well, I mean, it was yours, but now it's mine. All right, I see a trike over here. That'll be good for a couple of keratin. Munch away. Give me your keratin. You are now unstuck. Congratulations, or something. Figure there'd probably be a turtle over here. There are often turtles in this general area, and if not, it's okay. One keratin. Man, what a ripoff. Feel like I've been gypped. That's not cool. We could eat all these coels, but yeah. Let's just keep on moving since there is another trike over here. Go get a trike, and then we're going to head back and make some blood and bone. Need to blood and bone it up. I believe we're not going to be able to make it right away. It does cook. It's similar to fertilizer in that it does take time to cook up, so I'm not going to be able to just make it right away. Oh, look at this. You're helping out your trike friend. You didn't actually do anything to help. Oh, Sarko! Come here, Sarko. I can take you down. There we go. There's 2 more keratin. I'll take that. Hello, Sarko. Let's say hi to the Sarko, just out of curiosity. If you were a Sarko, what level would you be? Oh, level 4. You're kind of weak. Whatever. We'll eat you anyway. Eat the Sarko. Yum. Yummy Sarko. Fresh Sarko. And it's raw prime meat. That's what I kind of figure anyway. Suppose I should go cook up this raw prime meat that I am carrying. Ichthyes don't... I don't think they're good for keratin. Alright, how much keratin are you carrying now, sir? 17. 17, huh? Well, that'll be enough for now, because we don't need a ton, and it is going to take a while to cook up, so that'll definitely give me a little more time to collect some additional materials. So let's go ahead and run this guy back to base, and we can just take a look and see. Yeah, that beacon is still stuck. I don't know what's up with that. I guess I need to reset the beacons or something. I don't know if there's actually a command to do that. I should probably look into that, because it would be nice to get that beacon. At some point I did upgrade. I don't even think I mentioned it. I installed the Better Beacons mod instead of the Better Beacons Lite. So now I am getting better stuff out of the beacons, but I've actually ignored them for the most part because I've had too many other things to do that I haven't really had a ton of time to play and go grab all the materials I need. In fact, at the end of the last episode, or toward the end of it, I said I'd go get a bunch of metal. I haven't had the chance to do that yet. Nope. Have not done that yet. I will, don't get me wrong. I just haven't had the chance to do it yet. So let's go ahead and hop off this guy. We'll take the large stuff. I'm going to just store it on him for the time being. And then, let's see, I need your keratin. I'm going to take all of this. Let's go ahead and cook up this raw prime meat before we get out of here. Just because I would like to build up my store of stuff. I kind of went through all of my cooked prime meat when I was taming him. Do you have any wood on you? No, but you have a bunch of thatch. I can use that to keep the fire going. That's really all I care about at this point. Okay, so let's take one quick look here. Blood and bone. So I'm going to need a bunch of thatch. I did put that in there. And then I'll need some feces. So I will need to collect some, at least some regular stuff off of you here. We'll grab some medium stuff. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that'll be enough for 3 blood and bones. I want to say, in terms of material, or a fertilizer value rather, that they're good for somewhere around 100,000, 110,000. something along those lines. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Here we go, drink some water. Water it up. Okay, so I'm going to basically watch this fire. Oh, crud. I didn't need to do that. Watch this fire for just another couple moments here. I'm not going to be able to cook all this up. That's a shame. Can I break it apart and cook all of it up? No, I sure can't. That's a shame. That's right, I'm going to lose that stuff. And then I'm going to grab Esmeralda. We're going to fly back to the lake house. Lake house. Interesting. And we will pick up from there as we kind of wind down this episode a little bit. Yeah, not going to get all of them, but I will get most of them. That's fine. So, be with you in just a second again. Back at the lake house. Let's go over to the mulcher. Sounds so much more impressive when you say it like that. Mulcher. Okay, what do I need? Oh, I need a bunch of spoiled meat, don't I? Ah, crud. Keratin, no. I don't. Okay, good. And here, craft all of that. It's going to be a while. You can see that has barely moved. So it's going to basically take as long as it does over here, only this one... Oh. This one's already done. Good. It might be the single-player mod that makes that go a little faster. I'm not 100% sure. Narcoberry. Let's go ahead and start growing the narcoberries. So 54,000... Cat. 54,000 for that fertilizer. I think the blood and bone is 108,000. Pretty sure it's double of the standard fertilizer mix. So we'll let this guy just cook up. It's going to be a while. Yeah, look at that. You can see it. It's making progress. It really is, but it will be a while. And oh man, I'm missing one in there. Crud. Well, yeah, I need more crud. Anyway, we will not worry about that one at the moment. I think on the next episode we're going to look into doing a little more expansion of this place and just see what other sort of madness we can find. And we might consider looking at the Apex Spino. So let me know what you think. Should we do some building? Should we look at the Apex Spino? Just kind of give me your thoughts. I would appreciate that. Don't forget to thumbs up, thumbs down. Consider subscribing if you haven't, and I will catch you on that next episode. So until then, thanks for watching. See you later.